So last year I would get so lit. Like when I see Mac celebrating and one. My favorite one is when they're playing Iowa, and
Go ahead.
it just stares down. Like I don't know. She got the.
I don't know who I
blow
slowed down.
I don't know who it was. It could. I don't know who it was. But she like walks like she blocks the crap out of this girl, and then like she's walking behind her, and you just see Mac like staring at her again, and then
Everyone was like, "Did you see that video?" And
I was like, what video?
And then they showed me. I'm like, "I did that."
Yeah, that you honestly black out. Like
Yeah,
it's
and honestly, but I feel like that's what makes basketball and so fun. And like, here's an environment where like we thrive with stuff like that. So that's what.
Assembly Hall really gets it out of me too. Like the energy.
Oh yeah,
and the
it's
silence.
You don't really understand it until you are here for a game, a big game especially.
I don't think there's a team that could come in here and like have a good game.
Yeah,
It's hard.
It's hard. And that just goes to show our fans are just incredible.
Yeah.
But
Shout out
Hoosier Nation.
Yeah, Hoosier Nation. Y'all are one of one.
Welcome back to The Player's Perspective, a podcast hosted by Mackenzie Holmes and powered by Hoosiers Connect. As the official NIL collective of IU Athletics, Hoosiers Connect provides exclusive access to IU student athletes, offering fans an inside look at their lives both in and out of competition. Tune in weekly to hear stories and perspectives from the incredible athletes that make Hoosier Nation proud.
Julianna today.
Hi guys.
How are you?
I'm wonderful.
Julianna from Dallas, Texas.
Yeah.
Tell me about growing up in Texas.
So
Here's my thing.
Yeah.
I do want to hear about it. But I just wanted to say about so like I think Texas, like the same way
Yeah,
people
I go
hear
closest
about
to
Maine.
school.
Okay.
Like
the people talking about Maine
like
like
bear.
yeah, or
Yeah.
a moose, whatever. So like I think like cowboys, courses. So
so
tell me how much of that is true, because I'm sure there is some truth there. It is country, but what was it like growing up in Texas?
It was great, honestly. I mean, you gotta get past the heat, but after that, you're fine. I mean, there are some cowboys. Like, there are people that will show up in a belt buckle, cowboy hat,
To
and
school.
Yeah, and Spurs. So you
That's legal.
Yeah, legal.
Okay.
Well,
Can those hurt?
I mean, yeah.
What's
like,
the purpose
technically
of a
it's like
spur?
It's like to like kick a horse, to like to make him go faster.
Oh, like
when you're
like
riding
on the
on it.
side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, if you get to the rural areas, like I lived in a suburb of Dallas, so like it was pretty chill. But when you go to the rural areas, like there's definitely like kids driving tractors to school and stuff. But
You're being serious.
dead, 100% serious. Yeah.
Where do they park them?
Just in a park. It's quiet. Just regular.
So would you go to like a rodeo?
Rodeos are fun. Like honestly, I think you would enjoy rodeo.
Why do you say that?
Because you like to have a good time. Like you like to experience.
Yeah.
It's very fun.
And I like
If you-
country music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not really country music.
It's not
but,
like a big concert. What is it?
No.
Okay, so maybe maybe I don't know what a rodeo is.
Rodeos like they like ride bulls and horses and do all that stuff. But like there's other extracurriculars that are fun and
Like
you get to
what?
watch them. And there's music and food and stuff like that. So
So you've watched people ride bulls?
sometimes I don't go like every day. Just like it's just like an occasional thing.
Oh, okay. Like
Yeah.
once a year type.
Yeah,
How
like-
often is a rodeo?
all the time. I
Oh,
mean,
it's always going on.
yeah, like they're always going on.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just like once a year there was like a rodeo and everyone would go to the rodeo.
Well, like kind of like I'm sure there are like because like there's competitions and stuff, but like there's like regular rodeos just for entertainment and stuff that go on.
So what else is there to do in Dallas?
There's a lot like so Texas has more than just ranches and horse trails and things like that. You can do a lot of things. I mean, there's sports teams and
So you're a Cowboys fan?
Life's fun and there's
Cowboys fan?
No, I'm a Bears fan.
Okay, so explain.
It's like the one team that's worse to root for. But my family's
It's
from
not so much. I
Chicago.
feel like more people are just like feel sorry for the Bears more than like
I mean, it's
everyone
just, like,
hates the Cowboys. So
yeah. Hey, Jerry Jones, he's doing his thing, okay?
okay.
But yeah, my family's from Chicago, so by association, I'm a Bears fan.
So would you visit Chicago a lot growing up?
No. No, I wouldn't. But my family's from Chicago, so I'm a Chicago fan.
Right.
That's
so
just how it
all
works.
Chicago sports you're a fan of?
Besides the White Sox, go Cubs. Yeah.
Wow. So you don't follow any... Would you go to, like...
I do follow, like, I love the Mavericks, and... Yeah.
Would you go to a lot of games?
Yeah, I would go to a lot of Mavericks games. My friends were Mavs fans, and so I would just go with them.
I mean, I'm sure those were fun to go to, and even if you're not a fan, I guess. It's just professional sports in general are fun. So
Yeah, I do. I like to do that.
maybe when the Bulls come in town, you can...
Yeah, you know. Big
I
fan.
don't know if they even... It's okay.
Are they in the same conference?
I don't know. I'm sure they played there.
Yeah,
at
they
least
play each
once.
other all the time.
So grew up in Dallas, and you have a couple siblings, but you have specifically
A twin, yes.
a twin. Do you want to tell us about your twin sister? And that
Yes.
funny little connection with her twin that we kind of have.
Yes. So my twin plays volleyball. She plays D3 volleyball in Maine. Bowdoin, actually. So she's actually really good friends with Mackenzie's family. I'm joking. Mackenzie's from Maine. This guy
It's pretty cool. And when I went back to have my homecoming game last year in Maine, it was pretty cool because Jules got to see her sister, and her sister, she had her own little like fan section of people in Maine. So it's just
that game was...
there couldn't have been a more random school for your sister to choose than Bowdoin's a great school.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, to be from Dallas
Yeah.
and to go all the way to Maine is just, but
It's
she enjoys
crazy.
it.
She loves it there. Like, she's found her people. She's found her, like, she loves academics. She loves the athletics aspect of it. No, she loves Maine. She loves the wilderness.
You're going to have to visit her at some point, like, and spend some time in Maine.
Yeah, I'm trying to make it up there. My schedule doesn't allow it.
It's not an easy trip to make. It's really not. But I think it would be fun if you spend some time up there, and then she can come spend some time in Bloomington.
Yeah, I'm trying to fly her out like this after we go home.
Right, because she probably gets a longer break during her off season.
Yeah, she gets like, well, D3 in general gets like 3 weeks off. So she doesn't go back to like mid-January.
Wow.
So
she'll have plenty of time to come visit you.
Yeah, so she just needs to make the trip.
So you have a twin. Do you feel like there are some like stereotypes with twins that you feel are true, like the telepathy? Like, is that a thing for you guys? Because you guys are not identical, correct?
No, we're not.
Right.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, there are some definitely like things that I think are true, but for us, we were always like fighting for our lives to like convince people that we're twins because we look nothing alike.
Yeah.
At all.
Right.
Just not at all. And we're like complete opposites. So we were always like, no, yeah, like that's my twin. Like we grew up together. They don't ever believe us. But we did trick a lot of people into thinking we had twin telepathy. But we would just like, we would like pre-plan it. So like, if someone asked us what, like I'm giving away all of our secrets. But like, if someone asked us to like name a fruit, we would be like strawberry.
So you like had like default answers that you
Yeah.
would both know that you were gonna say.
Well, we've done it so many times now that we kind of know like what we're gonna say, so it doesn't have to be talked about. But, like strawberry is very much one.
So I wonder if this is like something that all twins do, that you're spilling the secrets of.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely am. Like, I might get arrested for it, but it's fine.
I think you'll be okay.
No, I think it'll be
Hopefully.
fine.
But yeah, so have you guys always gotten along? I know sometimes having a sibling so close in age, and you guys probably share the same friends.
Yeah. So like we go through like phases. So we were really close. Like slept in the same bed. Like we had bunk beds, like twin bunk beds, but we slept in the same bed for like a very long time. We were really young though, so like I'm not weird. Okay. And we did everything together. And then middle school, we kind of separated. She kind of did her own thing. I did my own thing. That kind of lasted through like sophomore year. So that was when we were like very tumultuous. You're like, I don't want anything to do with you because like we've done everything our whole life. And then we became like best friends again. We rekindled.
I feel like and obviously my brother is not my twin, but we're similar in age. It didn't take until I think when he graduated high school and when we got separated for the first time, when like we became like closer than ever. So I don't know if that's like since you guys have been apart, like me and my brother like fought all the time, like about everything, sharing anything. But then the second he graduated, we became like the best of friends.
Yeah, it's funny. Like, definitely when they leave, you're like, hold up, like I kind of miss you.
Right. You know? Right. You don't realize it. You take it for granted almost.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing was, I don't even know. Like, I think just missing someone that has the same humor as you. Like, I don't know, like, and they know everyone makes me laugh the way she does.
Right, she like knows everything about you and like all your embarrassing stories, and I'm sure same with her.
Makes me mad. Yeah, she has the biggest thing where if she thinks I'm trying to one up her, she will humble me so quick. She will whip out like she had
the most embarrassing
memories, and like she has the best memory. Like she will remember something until she dies. So like she's like, remember that one time in 7th grade when you did this, this, and this? And I'm like, okay, like you did not need to do that. Like you really did it. So there's definitely like that's annoying, but like it just comes with the territory of being a twin, I guess. And then there's like certain conversations, like I'm sure you had that with Cam, where you can't talk. Like I can't talk about sports or like who was better at their sport or how D3 isn't the same as D1.
Right.
Like, I always tell her, I'm like, you would not make it through a single
one of your workouts.
Like you wouldn't make it. You would not make it to the top of a Memorial Stadium. Like I guarantee.
Doing a low side,
And she's like, well, like I don't even like. It's like I just jump. Like I do this. Like you wouldn't make it through a jump workout. I'm like, yes, I would.
Yeah.
Yes, I would.
I also think that basketball too is one of those sports that make you like naturally more athletic and like able to do other things. It's just how it is.
More versatile.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously, college sports is college sports. So
yeah, I mean, props to her though. I could never do what she does.
Oh, and academically, it's a great school. So
she's out there reading 80 pages a day, and I'm just like creating a podcast. So
and we're making a podcast, which is cool in its own respect. But so from Dallas, pretty far from Bloomington, Indiana.
Yeah.
Just tell me about the recruiting process and ultimately what led you and drew you to IU, because it didn't take you long when you visited to decide you wanted to be a Hoosier.
Yeah, I mean, the recruiting process for me was kind of unique. Like I wasn't like this big, like high recruit out of high school. Like I didn't get good at basketball, or like didn't get good until junior year when I started to get more attention. And then obviously like the offer started to come in, and then I got a call from Coach Box, and like the first thing he said to me was like, well, if like here's the thing, I'm going to be completely honest with you, like if you don't like basketball, if basketball isn't what you want to do and you're not going to do it every day, like I don't want you here. And I was like, well, that's the first time any coach has been honest with me.
Right. So I feel like in the recruiting process, you hear what they tell you, what you want to hear. They tell you how great you are.
Yeah.
That's one great thing about Coach Box.
Yeah. So we developed a relationship for like 2 years, like almost 2 years before, like it was like the beginning of my junior season. And then I came to visit
in the spring.
In the spring of what? My spring of your. So it was only a year.
Yeah, a spring of your junior year, right? Yeah, I wasn't around for your visit, but
I swear I saw you.
We FaceTimed because you were with Grace.
Yeah. So like we had developed a relationship for almost a year. Like I talked to I mainly talked to Box, and then I talked to Red, talked to Ash at the time. And then we all got on a FaceTime or like a Zoom call with Coach Moritz. So like I met all the coaches. Like I had a pretty good relationship with all of them. But like my closest relationship was Box. Like he was so honest, and that's like something I really valued, was just like honesty and just like having a genuine like connection with a coach. And then he called me and was like, you need to come up here. Like, you know how he does.
See it to yourself.
Yeah. He's like, I really, really think you need to come up here. And I was like, I'm scared. Like, what?
Because it's so far away, or what was it?
I mean, well, like, you know how Box is. Like, he was so serious and like calm. I was like, what's going down?
Right.
Like, but also because like Indiana was far. Like, I've never like a lot of the places I've been recruited were Big 10, and like I had just started to get like, wait, no, Big 12. I take that back. Big 12, like around Texas,
near you, yes.
near me. And then I just started to like talk to like Big 10 schools. So Indiana was like my first really like far trip. So, but I came here and I like immediately fell in love with the campus, fell in love with the coaching staff. I didn't even really meet anyone till my official.
But you had committed before your official, correct?
I committed on my birthday. Yeah, I called Coach Moore on my birthday. I was like, can I come play for you?
What ultimately led to that decision?
I think just like it was like a feeling that this is where I like needed to be. Like I could see myself playing here. I could see myself playing under a coach, and just like all the coaches, and like I just loved it here. And I was like, I want to play at Indiana. And then
so let's talk about Coach Morin for a second. So describe kind of your first impressions of her, but honestly, now that you've played under her for a full season and some change, so what were your impressions of her and just talking about her as a leader in general? I feel like we talk about it a lot, but it's always interesting to hear everyone's perspective of the type of leader she is.
I mean, at first I was scared of her a little bit. Just like very intimidated by the woman she was, just of like how highly everybody spoke of her and stuff. It takes a while to like build a relationship with anyone. So like when I first got here, I was a little nervous. But over like the time and from my freshman to sophomore year, like you really get to see like how amazing of a person she is, and just how and I'm not even like trying to just say that, but like she's really just very genuine, very like low key, like kind of like you wouldn't know that unless you went and talked to her. Like I make sure to like go out of my way to like go into her office and like just talk to her and just like make sure that she knows who I am, but also I know who she is. Like we build a relationship, and when you see like just like what she does on a daily basis and how she conducts herself, and like every time like we circle up and she gives us a quote of the day, like it's very like it's very inspiring and intentional, and like she's very hard, like especially I think with me, like she's very I don't know how to say it, like she's very loving, but she's very like hard on me, and I can appreciate that because I know where it's coming from, right? Like it's very intentional. Like she's doing it for a reason. She wants me to get better. Like she's doing it because she knows like she sees something in me, you know. So it's like I can appreciate that a lot. I think I just think she's an amazing person, and the more time you get like I spend with her, the more like I'm inspired.
And I think it's cool too that like when she's hard on you or anybody, it's from a place of love, but like you can trust and believe in what she's saying because you have that relationship built with her. I feel like sometimes, I mean, I would say, as speaking to other people from other schools, you can't just walk into your head coach's office and sit down and have a conversation. I think that's what's so special about Coach Morin is she loves that. Like she loves people coming in and talking to her, and it doesn't even have to be basketball related. It can be about anything. And I think that's so special about her is the ability to do that. So just you being able to recognize, I think also shows your maturity too. And you've come a long way, Julia. I feel like I've seen you grow up since being here, coming as a freshman. But personally for you, what do you feel like the biggest change was from your senior year of high school to freshman year of college? Because obviously coming in, everyone's the best player on the teams that they're coming from, and you're joining a team with a lot of seniors, super seniors, a lot of different upperclassmen that have some experience. So what do you feel like you learned the most, or what was the biggest adjustment for you?
I mean, I think the biggest adjustment was like I thought I came in like I was like ready, like I knew what I was gonna getting myself into, and then you do that first workout with Coach Kevin and you find yourself throwing up in the bathroom. Like you don't even make it through.
Would you like to tell your first day of workout story?
Coach Warren, I hope Coach Warren listens to this because this is her favorite story to tell recruits. Like I'm not even joking. Like So like the first workout that I ever do is low sides, and that should never be a freshman's first workout.
Explain what a low side is.
A low side is you're running up the side of a memorial stadium and like
as fast as you can.
as fast as possible. Like it's just terrible. Like it's not terrible, but it's very hard and it's not as easy as you think. Like you're like, oh, you're just doing bleachers. No, like they get further apart. It gets steeper. Like your quads are not ready for that. Calves.
I would say coming down is the worst.
Just the worst part.
Because you are just coming down knowing that you have 5 more reps and you are just contemplating your life.
And it's like you're going slow,
but you want to get down quick because you want to catch your breath.
It's just a terrible experience, and all you're thinking about is like how in 30 seconds you're going back up the steps, and like there's nothing you can do about it. So, anyways, I'm a freshman. I have like literally you can do as much as conditioning as you want. You will not be ready for summer workouts. Like it's just how it is. Like, and that's for anyone. Like there's very few people that come in ready for the conditioning that we do, and I just attribute that to our strength coaches who are amazing, and like I can do so much more than I ever thought I was capable of doing. But as a freshman, it was eye-opening. So I only had to do 3. Like, and the rest of the team's doing like 3 full, 6 half, and then like 6 of the upper, or like 9 of the upper half or lower half or whatever. So I do like my 3, and like the 4th one was just me walking up the stairs like all the way up. So like I'm dying. Like I'm like, I get to the 3rd one, I finish, and it's just terrible. Like I'm like incapacitated, like can barely breathe, can't see anything.
Everyone's yelling at you.
Everyone's yelling at me. Kevin's like, Jules, stop walking. And Allie is behind my shoulder like, Jules, walk up the thing. And so I'm like stopping, going. I'm like, I don't know what to do here. And then Liz like, they have orientation. Like she needs to go. So she needs to go get breakfast, and then she needs to go to orientation because I have been here, mind you, 3 days. Like literally 3 days. Like I haven't even unpacked my stuff. And so we go to Toby, which is like the dining hall, and I'm like, Liz, where's the bathroom? Where's the bathroom? Like I can't, like I'm about to throw up, like I can barely breathe. I barely make it to the bathroom, literally throw up, spark, because I listen to Sid, and Sid's like, well, I don't eat anything before workouts. Like it's just better that way. Like I feel so much better. Like, so
and then she told me that, and I'm like, you didn't eat before your workout?
No, yeah.
I was on you about that.
Yeah, that was the last time I didn't eat before a workout. Anyways, so that was my first workout at Indiana. And it just kind of sums up like the transition from high school to college. It's just like you think you know, but you really don't.
You think you know what working hard is until that's the thing, and you don't know. And
you don't.
And no one's expecting you to know, but you learn very quickly.
Yeah, you learn very quick.
And she's being hard on herself, but I mean, I feel like you did learn quickly, and I feel like you made great strides after that, even not only in the coming weeks, but in the days. Like you really, I felt like understood what was expected of you after that.
Yeah, I mean, I think the second workout, or like the third, it was like the Versa workout.
The Fun Friday?
The Fun Friday. The following Friday, I was like on the Versa, and mind you, the Versa is not much easier than low side.
Especially if you've never been on the Versa timer before.
And so we're in teams. It's like we're competing within our team, and I'm on. And Mac's like, if I have Jules, like you better.
Well,
oh wait, no, it was like you can tell this story
because before the workout started, Jules was complaining about being tired.
I wasn't complaining. I told you I was scared. I was like,
you said
scared.
Yeah, you're like, I'm gonna be awful. Like, I'm so scared. And I'm like, well, if you're on my team, you better figure it out. Because I'm not losing.
Yeah.
And then lo and behold, we found out our teams, and me and Jules were on the same team.
Yeah.
But to go off of what I was saying, you did great.
Yeah.
I feel like you like
killed that.
You killed it. You literally killed it.
Yeah.
So I feel like, again, like, although you were scared and may have not felt your best, it was your first week of college, like, you took, I mean, and I was hard on you from the beginning. I was not shy. She was
shy.
I was not shy, but
nobody was shy with me.
I felt like you were receptive of it. And like, it's hard because you have two choices when people yell at you. You can either feel bad for yourself or you can figure it out. And I feel like you did a great job figuring it out.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, there is absolutely no way that I'm gonna do bad now that I'm a Max team.
It was like on the TV show. It was like, well, if you're on my team, you're gonna figure it out.
Yeah, she used some choice words, I feel like, but no, I mean, yeah, like you really just you're gonna sink or swim, and I was like, right, I gotta swim. Like I didn't come here to just.
And again, like we said, it's not like that at every school. I feel like sometimes some schools and programs are okay with average or just not. We're not that type of program, and I feel like now that you've been in it and you've seen what it takes, you're able to also pour into the younger ones that are coming in this year, and even like the upperclassmen. Like talk about your growth as a vocal leader and using what you took last year and kind of how you've developed from that aspect going into your second year here.
I mean, I think having like you and, you know, Sid and Chloe and Sarah and all them, like being my, you know, upperclassmen and learning from you guys really helps because like there's nobody that works harder than you guys. And like for that to come into that culture and to understand that and to learn like what that means and just to kind of like grow up in that culture is very important. And I think it allows me to like set the standard for the people coming in. And so like y'all set the standard very high. And so now I know like, okay, that's like the bar. Like I have to like do that or better or like try, you know, like not every day is going to be, you know, great, but like you're working towards like 1% better every day. Right. You know, like Coach Moore said, that's how you do anything. It's how you do everything.
Right. And I was just about to give another Coach Moore quote. I'll double it. But she always says if you strive to perfection, you're going to end up, even if you don't get there, you're going to end up landing somewhere pretty dang good. So I think that's just kind of something that you've really embraced, I feel like, since being here. Like you've been, I feel like since you've gotten here, just like 2 feet in. Yeah. And I appreciate that about you because I feel like no matter what your role is, you are.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to do it. I'll do whatever it takes to win. And I think that's something that a lot of people share on this team. And I think that's what makes Indiana. But yeah, I mean, because of that and because that's what I came into, I think it allowed me this year to be more vocal, to be more, you know, to set the bar, you know, in summer workouts and in preseason and stuff like that. And just to have a voice because, like, you know, we're all in this together and we're all trying to get better. And I think to be able to communicate and stuff like that with your team is very important. I think I learned that from you guys.
It seems like you being vocal is like a natural thing for you. Is that something that you've always felt like it's been like a, obviously when you're a freshman, we saw it a little bit, but like that's something that is natural for some people. So you feel like that's one of your like strengths as a leader is to be able to communicate and be vocal and hold people to those standards?
I think so. I think, well, for me, like I wasn't always the most talented or skilled person coming into a group, but I was very, like I did the little things. Like I'll talk, I'll
take a charge. Jules loves a charge.
Hey, and one thing about me is I'm getting a charge. Okay. But like I'll do the little things. It's not even just about like basketball. It's like in general, like I'm going to like communicate. I'm gonna say the things that you probably don't want to hear, or like I'm gonna like hold people accountable. And like just sometimes people get mad at me. I think but like at the end of the day, they're gonna appreciate that because like it's getting us better.
Right.
And I think so like I don't know. I've always been vocal.
So you've always been like that growing up with your high school team and
my high school
team even.
My high school team didn't appreciate it as much, but that's because like.
It was probably refreshing coming into a place that not only appreciates it but accepts it and like listens to what you have to say.
Yeah, it's a very different setting, but it's nice. But like I've always been a vocal person on and off the court, just like with like I guess it's my personality because like you know like you're very social in the locker room with me like. I'm very proud.
It's just been fun to see how, you know, obviously, like I said, last year we saw it a little bit, but I feel like this year you're really getting more comfortable with it. And that's not easy to do sometimes. And figuring out, you know, your role on a team is hard. And I feel like you've been put in positions where you have to do different things for us every single game. Yeah. And I think that's a cool thing to be able to say that you do.
Yeah. It's definitely challenging, but like I'll accept the challenge. Like there's definitely been moments where you're like, dang, like this is hard.
Right.
But
then you
you'll
see
get through it.
who's in the
Yeah.
locker room with you, and do you think that, and this is off topic, do you think, well, not really, but do you think that by the time I leave here, you can teach me how to take a charge? Because I literally, like, if you ever look at a clip of me trying to take a charge, it's by accident.
Yeah, I mean, the first
And
thing
you
is
have it
like
down to
willing
a
to like
science.
fall to the floor. Like you just gotta be willing to fall to the floor. And I'm not saying that you aren't, because you'll do anything.
I fall a lot, but it's not always intentional.
I think the biggest thing is like selling it. Like
You do a
I
great job
sell
of that.
it, and like I will fall in slow motion, so the coach.
You even have like a
sees
little
me.
like grunt.
No, yeah, like that's part of it. Like you have to like if you say something, even if you don't get the first charge, like you'll still.
It's in their head.
It's in their head, like, oh, like what, like, oh, she's on the floor, like that was a charge. So the next time you come down and they do the same thing, they're calling it. But
This girl's taking charges in practice. Like,
Yeah.
I just want you to know that she's taking those things. Like, it's not,
Listen,
Gade rolls around and she decides she wants to take a charge. She's taking them in practice, and she gets charge calls in practice.
yeah, I think the coaches kind of get annoyed, but like I'm like, you can't hate me for it, you know.
But hey, you gotta do it. If you're not gonna do it in practice, how do you expect to be able to do it again?
But yeah, like it's all about just taking a risk, because a lot of my charges are like I shouldn't be there, but like I'm gonna
know you're not supposed to be.
yeah, like I know I'm not, like I should probably be migrating out right now, but like she's not gonna stop herself.
It pays off. Yeah.
Yes. Well,
I don't know the stats of people who take charges per game, but you gotta be up there.
I gotta be up there. I didn't take some in the last couple games, but
You took
I
the last game.
Yeah, I started the game with the charge. That was good. That always gets me going.
Yeah. All right, and the charges, and you had some very timely charges your freshman year as well.
Yeah.
But the one thing that's better than a Julianna charge is a Julianna celebration after the charge.
Yeah, no, I will get, one thing I will do is get hype. Like
It's like other people have the and ones, and
no, mine's a charge.
a charge every time
I could dunk the ball and I won't get as hype
as you do.
as I would for a charge. But that's the thing. Like I think that's something I also like do a lot. Like I just bring energy.
You
like,
do.
I would get hype. I'll get hype over anything, really.
you
Honestly,
bring
like give me an excuse.
And I think that also about Jules is she will bring the energy. It's not again that you don't just turn it on when the game comes around.
No, I mean, the one thing that I think I appreciated most about you, like playing with you, is that Mac would get hyped too, and like that made me feel good, because I like to get hype, and I
I
was
don't
like,
know what gets into me, and I don't know if you feel this too, but I feel like I turn into a different person when I step on the basketball court, and like I do things that are just not.
Attitude.
I have all this attitude. I'm like, where did this come from?
No, I really think it's like an alter ego, but I think that's okay. Like I think it's fun. I think people need that.
Yeah. Well,
Someone is getting a call.
Anyway, it's extremely unprofessional. Whoever's called that.
But no, I think you and I can.
Yeah.
we have that.
I feel like I felt
confident.
that a lot last year.
So last year I would get so lit. Like when I see Mac celebrating and one. My favorite one is when we're playing Iowa, and
Go ahead.
it just stares down. Like I don't know. She got the.
I don't know who I
nastiest
slowed
look.
down.
I don't know who it was. It could. I don't know who it was. But she like walks like she blocks the crap out of this girl, and then like she's walking behind her, and you just see Mac like staring at her again, and then
Everyone was like, "Did you see that video?" And I
I
was
was like, what video?
And then they showed me. I'm like, I did that.
Yeah, so if you honestly black out, like
Yeah,
it's
and honestly, but I feel like that's what makes basketball and so
Yeah.
fun. And like, here's an environment where like we thrive with stuff like that. So that's what.
yeah. Assembly Hall really gets it out of me too, like the energy.
Oh yeah,
and the
It's,
silence.
you don't really understand it until you are here
Yeah.
for a game, a big game especially.
I don't think there's a team that could come in here and like have a good game.
Yeah,
Like
it's hard.
It's hard.
It's hard, and that's just goes to show our fans are just incredible.
Yeah. Shout out.
Shout out Hoosier Nation.
Yeah, Hoosier Nation, y'all are one of one.
Well, going off of that, to wrap things up, Jules, is there anything that you want to talk about Hoosier Nation, the fans, your experience as a student athlete? I know you're so early on into your career, but
no, I mean, I think this place is one of one, and it's not to be taken for granted. Like, I'm very grateful to be here. I think Indiana in general is just a place that's unlike anywhere else, and I'm just very thankful I get to wake up and
be a Hoosier.
I
love that. Well, Jules, thank you.
No, thank you.
Great job.
Thank you.
It's been great chatting.
We hope you loved this episode of Players Perspective. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you never miss an episode. Stay connected with Hoosiers Connect on social media for even more exciting content featuring IU student athletes. Until next time, Hoosier Nation.